The field of real estate is an excellent, excellent field to choose if you're coming from another profession where you bring interesting experience to the job. It's one of the few careers where if you're successful at it, because it's a commission business, nobody is going to fire you. On the other hand, you really need to have some initial financial planning and a little bit of a nest egg to be able to survive for 6 months, preferably a year, without income, because the commissions don't come in quickly, even if you are very successful. However, unlike other startup businesses which require a great deal of capital, this is a business where you truly, truly, truly can have unlimited upside potential without having to invest more than a year's income for your normal expenses. And if you cut your expenses back, it can be even less money than that. There are many careers in real estate. One initially always thinks of the woman going out and selling houses. Many people had their mother or their grandmother doing that. But there are other interesting careers in real estate, and many of them have hardly been tapped by women. Until the early 1980s, commercial real estate, and by that I mean sales, commercial office leasing, retail office leasing, sales of shopping centers and so forth, was 98% occupied by men. And women were the oddity. And some of them had come from other fields, some of them had come from residential real estate. But it was really an untapped area until Carol Nelson and Marianne Ty in New York City decided that they would break through into this business. Carol was a housewife from New Jersey with a liberal arts degree, and Marianne had a fine arts degree and had worked at the Smithsonian. So neither of these women came from a commercial background, but they were determined to make their mark, and they certainly did, because Marianne Ty today was the first woman head of the Real Estate Board of New York. She's the CEO of one of the largest commercial real estate companies in the country, CRBE. Carol has retired with much of the money that she made, and these women were really making heavy 7-figure incomes by being incredibly intuitive about the needs of their clients many years in advance of their actual necessity to move. They were wildly creative in putting deals together, and because they were women, they attracted a certain clientele who thought they were an oddity at the time until they found how brilliant they were at what they were doing. I think for women starting today, especially women who have an MBA and a really good understanding of numbers, it's a wonderful, wonderful field to go into. On the other hand, residential real estate is the perfect field for women who have been working and now are starting a family in their late 30s and understand the value of being able to transact business without being in an office 7 days a week, or 5 days a week as it may be. And they're retiring from fields on Wall Street and law firms where they want more personal time. The other fields, however, that were relatively untapped in the real estate field, building management. All of these buildings, whether they be commercial or residential, require very sharp building management. And if you like a 9-to-5 job and you enjoy interacting with people and doing planning, this is a great career for you. And there are never enough people to fill the jobs that exist in this field. Also, architecture and development. Frequently, women were not developers. A lot of them today have inherited businesses or are working in family businesses and developing new product, whether that be residential or commercial, and eventually will take over the firms of their families. Also, if you want to be an on-site salesperson for a particular developer or an advisor. I started my career as an advisor to Aristotle Onassis when he built Olympic Tower in New York City on Fifth Avenue. All of these careers are open, and they're especially open to people who've had a successful track record in some other career, be that retail or business management or some field that has now declined and where they can't find a job. It's a wonderful, wonderful career in real estate if you're coming from something else. And only 5% of the people who are successful in real estate had it as a first-time career. So I would really, really suggest that you investigate it and stop trying to send out resumes and hope that you're going to duplicate the job that you lost, because those jobs are not coming back. And you can be a successful self-entrepreneur in your own business by following a career in real estate.